Trust capital. What is trust capital? How does it come about? What do you get from it? How do you gain more success from it? Let's think about this. Trust, and when do you trust? As a customer, when do you trust a supplier? Do you trust more, and do you buy more from the supplier who's pushing their products, their services, and trying to win your contract and your business? Would you buy from them more and trust them more, or would you buy and trust more from those suppliers who were absolutely and totally dissolved and obsessed with your value, right? Not the product itself, but what it delivers. Now, value then is what builds trust capital, but value is probably one of the most misunderstood words in business today. When we're talking about value, we don't really mean value. We mean added value. Added value is a little more product, a little more service for free, right? That's not value. It's like you go and take your car for a service and someone will wash it for you. That's added value. It's nice, I'm not saying that, but it's not, but value is much bigger than that. Let me give you an example. I was coaching a guy, senior director from a major IT company. Let's give him a name, Peter, right? And his client is John. John is the head of the currency trading unit of one of the huge investment banks, right? John is saying to Peter, this is a real conversation. John is saying to Peter, listen, Peter, I want Excel. I want everything done in Excel, and take all this nonsense technology of yours out of my machines. Peter says to John, listen, John, Excel is old stuff. It's school kid stuff. Trust me, we are this and that company. We know all about SQL. What you need is SQL server technology. You know, that's much better for you. And now this match goes on like a tennis match. Excel, SQL, Excel, SQL. And you know what? When John threatens Peter and says, listen, if you want that next contract, you'd better do everything in Excel, Peter buckles. Peter buckles, and he says, okay, we'll do it in Excel. So who won? Knowing that SQL was the right thing, who won, who lost? Everyone lost. What was the answer? The answer in building trust and therefore building more business is a simple one. This is a 3-letter simple question beginning with a W that deludes us constantly. You might think this is very simple what I'm saying, but believe me, and you will see it yourself, it doesn't come to us, it doesn't occur to us, and that simple question is, why? Now, when Peter says to John, John, got it, no problem, I can restore Excel, that's not a problem. Tell me, why Excel? And now suddenly John says, what do you mean why Excel? You know, I've got just two weeks ago, we lost $2 million just because we didn't have real-time information and ready available information, and we lost that money. And then I'm traveling all the time. I need to support my team and their currency placement decisions remotely. I've got a business to build, and so on. Now look, in this angst, don't look at the angst. Don't look at his style. Hear the value. This case was never about Excel and SQL. Now, so what is the answer? When Peter says to John, listen, for 45 minutes of your undivided attention, if I can show you a way that your information is so real time, forget that $2 million, that would never be lost. And on the contrary, you'd be able to strike up many more deals, and that you can not only support your team on their decisions through your laptop when you're traveling, but through your iPhone, and therefore build your business and beat your targets. How would that be? What's John going to say? Get out of my office. No way. This is what builds trust. Only serve and deliver to genuine value. To do that, you need to listen and understand value beyond your fears, beyond your own concerns and egos, and obsessively in the zone of the client, right? And the client is not just the external client. It could be your bosses, it could be your team, it could be your colleagues, anyone at all. And this will build trust capital and bring you a lot more success.